In 1987, Kenner obtained the rights to produce a line of toys based on the 1986 Rankin Bass cartoon, Silverhawks. These partly metal, partly real cyborg law enforcers fought crime in the future in the distant galaxy of Limbo. And today, we'll be taking a look at the leader of the Silverhawks, Quicksilver, here on Creed's Collection. Alright, here we have Quicksilver, the leader of the Silverhawks, and his companion, the cybernetically enhanced Tallyhawk. Every Silverhawk action figure came with a companion bird, and all of them featured the vac metal chrome finish as you see here on Quicksilver. It looks really great, and it's very faithful to how they look in the show, but unfortunately it can rub off. But we'll talk more about that later. Let's check out some of his features. The main feature of all Silverhawks is this. The pop-up wings. You squeeze their legs together and their wings pop out into place. As you can see, the wings are cloth and they're held in place by these two clips. In addition to this back peg, it's very similar to how a G.I. Joe backpack works. Now, because of the internal wing mechanism, the legs swivel up, the arms swivel down, and the head turns, and that is it for articulation. Now let's take a look at Tallyhawk. He has a scissor wing attack action by pushing in his beak like so. Now here's another look at it. And he also has talons on the bottom that allow you to attach him to Quicksilver's arm. I never do this though because it does cause paint wear, and unfortunately it's very difficult to balance with him on the arm. So he just sits at his feet. The biggest omission accessory wise is the visor that all the Silverhawks had. This would have been nice if they would have included it as a snap-on piece or just as a separate head you could switch out. And now let's take a look at some of the wear on the figure. As you can see on the back of the leg there and on the toes, some of the vacuum metal chrome has rubbed off. It's also rubbed off here on the shoulders and on the back of the head. A small amount rubbed off under the wing clip, and a tiny little bit off the tip of the nose here. But other than those small flaws, the figure actually displays beautifully. And now for our He-Man size comparison. As you can see... Oh, okay guys, get ready. Incoming bonus toy review. Let's do this. This is Buzzsaw, also from the Series 1 1987 Silverhawks toy line. He is a sentient robotic war machine, and he works for Monstar. That's the evil mob boss that the Silverhawks face off against on the cartoon show. He also includes a companion bird named Shreddator. Let's take a closer look. Buzzsaw has spinning blades here, and if you lift his head up and down, you activate his spinning blade action on his shoulders. Now, despite Buzzsaw's internal mechanisms, he's much more posable than Quicksilver, with articulation at the knees, hips, and shoulders, as well as a swivel point right here at the forearm. And let's take a look at Buzzsaw's companion, Shreddator. He's pretty cool looking, nice little sculpt, and he has this nice gimmick where he turns into a spinning blade by pushing in his head, like so. Now, Shreddator has a small peg hole on the bottom that allows you to attach him to Buzzsaw's forearm via one of these two pegs. Also, unlike Quicksilver and Tallyhawk, it goes on pretty easily and it displays very nicely. And now it's time for our actual He-Man size comparison. As you can see, Silverhawks figures are almost exactly the same size as He-Man, making them a nice crossover for the Masters of the Universe figures. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this look at Quicksilver and Buzzsaw from the Silverhawks toy line by Kenner from 1987. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this toy review. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed the review, feel free to leave me a thumbs up, and if you have any thoughts, feel free to comment below. I do new toy reviews of my vintage toy collection every Wednesday. So I hope to see you next week and every week after here on Creed's Collection.